Well, looking like another crummy Christmas for Ronnie this year. Don't think anybody's gonna be getting me anything, so guess I'm gonna have to go out, find my own gifts this year.
Oh man, look at all these gifts we got this year, Junior.
Oh yeah, Pa, looking like it's gonna be a good Christmas.
Yeah, sure is. Now let's get back in the shop. I let them kittens run loose in the showroom.
Oh, they're kittens. They can't do that much damage, right?
Looks like Santa came early for Ronnie this year. Alright, I'm in. Oh, this is glorious! This looks like a lot of great stuff! Oh, hopefully there's some deodorant in here. Oh.
Oh wow, Pa. Yeah, I didn't think those little guys would cause that much damage.
Yeah, they're so cute and cuddly. Who knew they'd be that destructive?
What happened to all the gifts we had?
Someone's stolen them! Christmas is ruined! We were gonna donate all those to the local orphanage!
What are we gonna do now?
Those poor kids.
I wonder what Santa brought Ronnie this year.
Channel 3, Podunk News with a breaking story. Real life Grinch steals Christmas?
Oh, I wonder who this is about. This looks pretty good.
Christy Kringle here, and I'm with Taryl Apparel, who claims he and his son Junior have been ripped off by a real-life Grinch.
That's right, Christy. You know what? Me and my son Junior, we had a bunch of gifts, a ton of gifts that we were going to give away to the local kids at the local orphanage, and some scumbag went and ripped off all our gifts. Now little Billy over here and his friends at the orphanage, they're not going to have any gifts to open at Christmas. Back to you, Christy.
Oh, crap.
And what do you think about all of this, little Billy?
I just don't understand how somebody could do this. It takes a certain type of low-life scum that would just come in here and rip gifts out of a young child's hand.
Is there one last thing you'd like to say to the robber, Billy?
Why? Why?
I don't know, kid. I don't know.
Pterodactyl here. Today's how-to video is going to be on this here, whatever this thing is. It's a case tractor. Somebody brought this in and they said it doesn't run. And I go, what do you mean it doesn't run? It doesn't crank over? And they go, I don't know. I go, well, what's it doing? It don't do nothing. So you hit the key, it doesn't do anything. So somebody spent a lot of time gussying up this case tractor because it's a classic. It's got like Power Rangers, or I don't know what are Power Rangers, I think. So let's open the hood. Oh, look, hood don't open because it's got these trucker pipes on here. I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, how do you open the hood? Gotta undo the plumbing. It's got plumbing pipes on it. Gotta undo these unions. Now you can open the hood. So let me get my spectacles on and see what we got going on under here. Okay. Looks like we got some chewed up wires here. So turn the key, nothing. This wire ain't even hooked up. So let's get Mr. Testlight. Hey, Mr. Testlight.
Hey, Taryl!
We're gonna use you today.
Okay, what am I gonna bite onto?
You're gonna bite onto the negative terminal of the battery.
Oh, okay. Let me bite the negative terminal of the battery.
All right, the other end of Mr. Testlight, you're gonna stab the positive side. And look, the battery is dead. Totally dead. Alright, so that's our first problem. So let me get my NOCO. Now remember, we did a video on this here NOCO. A lot of people, oh that NOCO, oh this NOCO, that NOCO, that. Yeah, well I use this thing about every day. I haven't had any trouble with it. This is a small one. They make these in all different sizes. A friend of mine's got a truck, big truck. He bought one of these. It's about this big. It looks exactly like this, but it's this big. I think he said he paid 500 bucks for it. Loves it. Alright, so since there's no juice in the battery, we have to hit this override mode. There we go. Now it's percolating, that means it's working. Alright, Mr. Test Light. Let's see what we got going on here. Back to negative. We got power here? No. Well, this wire is coming off the battery. Okay. Alright, I think I know what they're doing here. Let's hook this up. Let's hook this up to this toggle switch they got. Alright, there, look, we got headlights now. So they got this switch hooked up. Now let me turn the key. Alright, when I turn the key off, the lights stay on. So this switch is bad. Let's see if it'll crank over. Okay. I see what they're doing here. They don't know how to wire anything, so they got this switch wired in. So you have to flip that switch on, turns the headlights on, and cranks it over. Alright. So we got that solved. Now let's see if it's got any spark. So I got me a spark tester. It's the Briggs & Stratton one. See if we got any spark. And if we do, we'll give it a little shot of some dinosaur juice and see if it'll lick off. So get a shot of that, Mr. Cameraman. I want to see if it's got any spark. Ain't got a lick of spark. Alright. So this has got an Onan engine in it. A real old Onan, which has points and condenser. Oh, one other thing. Let me see if we got 12 volts going to the coil. Okay, Mr. Test Light, back on negative. Got it, Taryl! Turn the key on. Got the little switch on. Alright, we got 12 volts going to the coil, still had no spark. Alright, so the points are underneath this air cleaner in a little box. So let me see. Take this air cleaner off. Oh, look at that! Fluffy the rat, been busy. I love that Fluffy. He makes me nothing but money. Where are you, Fluffy? You in there? You in there? You better be careful. I got kittens now. Them kittens get a hold of you, Fluffy. You're working for me days are over. Alright, we gotta clean out Fluffy's nest. Let me go ahead and pull this off so we can get at that point. Alright, get this off here and... Oh, hey! Oh, Fluffy, there you are, you little booger, you making me more money again, you cute little bugger. Hey, you know what? I got two kittens now, Blade and Muffkin. So you better watch out. They might not take too kindly to you. So why don't you come on out of there? There you go. Hey, buddy. All right. That's right. All right. Okay. There you go. Run off. Heard that squeaking. Oh, probably Fluffy up there playing with the kittens. Yeah, they're probably getting along just fine. What's that noise? Alright, here we go. Cover off. There's the condenser. And here's the points. So, let's see if the points are opening and closing. So I gotta turn this on. Hit override because the battery's dead. There we go. Yep. Alright, let me try cleaning the points with some sandpaper. Or you know what, I think I got a points file. Look at what I got here. This is old. This is an old points file. It's real thin. You can use sandpaper if you want. Maybe the points are just wore out. They look like they are. Maybe we can get some spark out of it. Get a little snap. Let me look at them with the flashlight. Yeah, they look pretty bad. Alright, let's see if we got sparkage now. What did I do with that spark tester? Should have left it on there, stupid. We're checking for spark. Got spark now. Nope. Wonder if this coil's bad. I don't think I got one laying around. I'm gonna look. I might have one. I might have one of these mowers that's junk out back. Or one of these B. This is a B. An Onan B. I think I might have a coil outside. Let me go take a look. I went out in the boneyard and I had a good B engine out there. I got a complete B engine that runs and everything. So I swapped the coil off of there. Stole the coil. But look at this. What's going on here? With all this solder. Now it doesn't matter which wire goes where, because this is an opposed twin. So it's not like you gotta have it like on a car where you have to have the order, firing order right. Alright, that's negative. And that's positive. So, this blue wire was our power wire. This is our 12 volts. And this is our wire that goes back to the points and condenser. Let me just tighten them down. We'll see what happens. See if we got sparkage. I gotta turn the NOCO back on. Gotta hit. Oh, NOCO's about dead. Hit override. Keep taking the spark tester off. I don't know why. Still no spark. Let me make sure I got 12 volts going to that. Alright, clamp back on the negative. Will do, Taryl. Oh yeah, we got 12 volts to the coil. So it's probably the points condenser. Alright, let me try changing the condenser next. Alright, I went upstairs and I just grabbed a Crawler condenser. So let's see if the condenser was bad. Now I'm just gonna wire it right to the negative side of the coil, because that other condenser mounted under the points cover. So I'm just gonna mount it outside. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now the condenser has to be grounded. Can't just let it flop around. It's got to be grounded. So I'm just going to ground it right here for now. The battery in this thing is totally shot, so it's going to need a new battery. Then I'll rewire the ignition switch and get rid of this toggle switch, but let's see if we got spark now. Still no spark, so it's got to be them points. So I'm going to pull them points out next. Now these points, they're really pitted bad. It was hard to see with them in the motor. This is probably all that's wrong with it, is the points. Unfortunately, I don't have any points for this old B. But I'm going to try to file off that booger on there and see if I can get these to at least somewhat work until I can order a set of points. Okay, you might be wondering, how did them points get so pitted like that? Well, they weren't pitted, they actually got welded together. And that's usually if you leave the key on and the points are closed. The coil will have 12 volts going to it. It'll get real hot and it'll actually fry the points. It'll weld them together, because you can see when they came apart, it just ripped a big chunk of that out. So I just went ahead and I filed and filed and I filed for a while, and we might get some spark. I doubt if we're gonna get good spark. It's not consistent spark, and that's what we need. But you know what? For the heck of it, let's shoot a little helper in there and see if it'll lick off. But that's what it needs, a set of points, condenser. Chances are that old coil was fried. I can put the old coil back on when I get the new points condenser and see. See if we can get this Power Ranger to kick off. There. She wants to run. Let me put this plug wire on. See? Running with them crappy points. But now it ain't getting no fuel. Probably because it's been sitting. Let me check, see if it's got gas in it. Alright, let's try it again. You know, these people bring this stuff to me and it's like, they make it sound like this thing was just running like a minute ago and then all of a sudden this problem happened. Ain't getting no fuel. There was gas in the tank. Has this got a drain plug on the carburetor? Yeah, looks like there's one right there. I think. No. There's an adjusting screw. All right, I'm gonna pop the top of the carburetor off. So you can take a little peek inside. All right, pop the top of the carburetor off. Look, it's bone dry. I mean, really dry. Like there hadn't been gas in there in a long time. All right, Mr. Cameraman, I want to get gas on your camera. I'm gonna try cranking it, see if anything will pump out. This thing needed a lot more than just wouldn't start with the key. It just won't start with the key. It was working. 10 years ago. Alright, I got me one of these syringe things. Comes in handy. Let's see if I can draw out some fuel. Oh, look at that. Look at that fresh fuel in there. Yeah, that ain't fresh. But at least I drew some out of the tank. I bet you all these diaphragms in here are all hard as a carp. Just for the heck of it, see if we can get it to start pumping. That fuel pump ain't no good. Alright, I popped apart the fuel pump. And looky here. It was just running. I don't know what happened to it. I think there's supposed to be a spring here that's missing. And there's all this crap in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a spring. This is all nasty. Maybe one from a Briggs will work. And then I'm going to replace this piece of hose they had on there with a new one. Let me see what I could scrounge up. Alright, this is a Briggs fuel pump spring. I'm going to try this one. What do we got to lose, right? This old crap. I gotta get an offset screwdriver in there on this one. Hook up our little hose. See if we can get gas to come out now. You're gonna blow it up. Don't do that. Don't spray that in there. You're gonna blow that motor up. Oh my! You're gonna wreck it. I've seen it 100 times. Liars. Oh, will help if I hook the fuel line up over here. Look at this fuel line on this too. Look at it. Looks like it's all collapsed. It's real hard. I'm gonna run new fuel line from the tank back to the carburetor. All right, I straightened the fuel line down and look at this. We found a fuel filter under here and it's got water in it and it's nasty. I'm gonna try to relocate that closer. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be easy to get at. I'm probably gonna have to pull the fenders and stuff off to get to the line that's on the fuel tank. Okay, we're wasting a lot of time on this thing. So I got my auxiliary tank hooked up to it. So I wanna see what happens when I turn this on. Oh, yeah, we're getting gas to it. Alright, so I'm gonna drop this back on. And then, yeah, look at this with the silicone all over everything. You know, this guy, he should have spent a little bit more time on the mechanical end of it instead of gussying it all up with all these pipes and lights. And it sure looks pretty. Does it run? No. But it sure looks pretty. Look at those pipes on there. How do those pipes sound? I don't know. It don't run. Because if it runs, if I can keep it running, then I'm going to have to go ahead and replace the fuel line. I'm going to have to get on the inner screen, see if I can find some points. I ain't going to give it back to them with them points in there, because I done filed all the tungsten off that's on the tip of the points. And then I'll see if he wants to go with that point saver from that Kirk engines. That condenser they make, that transdenser, which is almost like an electronic ignition. It just lowers the amperage to the points. I'll see if he wants to go with one of them, because that one that Kirk Engines makes is for the Onan and for the crawler. Alright, see what happens. Gas is on. I don't see nothing leaking. Now I'm not going to spray no stuff in it now. I'm just going to try to start it with the choke. Well, I thought it was going to throttle up, but it ran and it stayed running on its own. So a lot of the problem is the fuel line going back to it, and it ran pretty good, even with them filed points. And then I'll look up a new key switch and I'll fix these wires, and I'll get rid of this and wire in a regular light switch so he can turn his lights on separate from that. But first I gotta call him and see if, how much money he wants to spend on the Boogertron here, or whatever this thing is. Power Ranger mobile. Maybe it's a transformer. Maybe it transforms into a big, now that I got it running, it'll transform into some big monster and try to eat me. So this is a mower, came in, or a tractor. It's got a snowblower for it too. He wants a snowblower put on, and that's got a whole bunch of other issues with that. Cha-ching! So, this is how I go about troubleshooting and working on stuff here at the shop. You saw step by step how I went through. How we got spark and checked the battery. It's going to need a new battery. Like I said, that one's shot. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to our web store. Buy our stuff. Shirts, spark plug necklaces. We got all kinds of neat stuff. You got to gussy yourself up, look like Taryl. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! Onan! Rolling! Woo! Sounds like a Harley.
If we find any leads, we'll let you know. But usually crimes like this never get solved.
Well, sorry, Billy. Looks like you're gonna have to go back to the orphanage empty-handed.
Who's that?
Ho, ho, ho!
Yay! Santa Claus!
Ronnie, what are you doing here?
I'm not Rodney, I'm Santa Claus. Not in front of the kid. Got a little gift for you, Billy. Here you go, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa!
Hey Santa, where'd you get all them Christmas gifts? Them almost look like the ones that got stole.
Can't be. These gifts came from the North Pole.
Huh. Are you sure you didn't steal them, Santa?
No, Santa wouldn't steal. Well, I'm very busy, so gotta get back to the North Pole. I got some reindeer to feed.
Not so fast. Let me take a look in that bag.
Oh, this whole thing? You don't have to look in there. Look at, I'm taking it to the local orphanage.
Taryl, this looked like one of the gifts that was missing?
That sure is, Ossifer. Fuck 'em.
You're under arrest.
Oh, what? You can't arrest Santa. I just saved Christmas.
Yeah, after you ruined it first, you deserve to go to jail.
Come on. You gotta be kidding me. You got some milk and cookies down at the station?
Nah, might got some donuts though.
That'll work.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, there you have it. So in the end, looks like everything worked out. So from all of us here at Grass Rat's Garage, happy holidays, and as always, there's your